Hi, this is Steve Walton from Tropic Heating and PatioHeat.com. Here we have a residential application. So you can see here we have a ceiling that's just above this patio covered area. And we have a couple of different obstacles, which would be the lamp here in the middle, and also a couple of French doors. I'm assuming the French doors open outwards. I don't know that. I haven't confirmed that with a customer. So if it does not, then all of these issues will not apply with regards to the doors, but we'll still see what we can do here. So let's go ahead and look at the dimensions that we have here. So overall dimensions that I have is 26 feet long. Each one of these posts center to center is 8 foot 11. And then we have a bottom edge of this support beam here at 7.5, and then the top edge of the ceiling line at 8 feet off the ground. I just have this doorway here at 2 and 2 inches roughly. You can see here this opening from the fireplace back to this outer edge is at 8 foot 2, and the overall opening here I have at 11. They did have this lamp indicated that it would be at 4 feet 10, and so I have the center being 4 feet 1 to the center of the room here. They did ask for some flush mounts. I'm just placing the flush mount position, not the kits yet. I'm not quite sure where to make those openings until we have a customer look at this dimension here a little bit closer. So yeah, you can see here that we have 2 of the 6,000 watt units. They wanted to put it on a control system so that they can regulate the heat. And at 8 foot, that would be very important to have it on a control, because it might be too hot in many instances with a 6,000 watt unit. So controlling that is important. And let's see here, I thought I had the dimensions here. Let me just throw this out real quick. Dimensions from center to center is approximately 7 feet center to center. Now you can see here that I have the center of the heater from this outside edge at 4 feet 5 5/8. And the reason behind that is because there is a clearance to combustibles on the lower side of the heater. The clearance below is 18 inches, and that's what I've done, brought it all the way 18 inches. I know that it's not perfectly centered, but I'm not quite sure about this doorway here, and that's the issue that I'm concerned about. So we need to make sure that we meet all those clearances. And with that pushed over the edge as close as I can, 18 inches to the edge of the heater. And that's not to the flush mount frame, by the way. It's 18 inches to the edge of the heater. The flush mount frame will come out an additional 4 inches, 4 1/8 inch, something of that nature. One other thing is, I don't know what the true slope of the ceiling line is here. So when you look inside of the rafter area, I have these boxes set up right now, but the clearance on the lower edge of the ceiling needs to be able to meet a 8-inch clearance. So there has to be more than 8 inches to the structural wood, whatever is up there, as far as supporting the rooftop. So there needs to be an additional 8 inches up here minimum in order to put the heaters in that ceiling area. So whatever that slope is might determine that these heaters can't fit, have to move over slightly, or even go with a shorter unit so that you can meet those clearances. So let's go ahead and look at the footprint of heat. You can see here with the footprint of heat, we're able to heat up the table area fairly well with that 7 foot center to center. And we're getting out to the edge of center of each one of these doorways, so that's going to be quite nice as far as a seating area. This direction here, you can see that we're covering that pretty much the whole 10-foot span. These heaters are designed for a little bit higher of an elevation, and you can see that the footprint goes a little bit further than that 10 if they were mounted higher. So these are light waves, and those light waves do travel very specifically, kind of like a flashlight. You can see the beam. Well, you can't physically see the beam on an infrared, but you could predict the beam itself, and that's what we're doing here by showing you these orange kind of globes, I guess you might call them. So in any case, there's that. And now the only other thing I would mention is if you wanted to heat up the whole entire span, then you would just add an additional 2 units, 7 foot center to center again. You got nice crossover here, same over here, and then you would get that whole heated area underneath the covered portion of the porch here. All right, well, if you're looking for some assistance with your outdoor heating application, I'm Steve Walton from Tropic Heating. Just send your request to support@patioheat.com. And a thumbs up would be great, because we don't advertise on this YouTube channel, and it just helps the algorithm so we can get more people this information. And you have a great day. Thank you very much.